Hi guys, so I just wanted to share my happiness today. I've been reading a new book while I do cardio, and it's about listening to your heart and following your passion and turning any situation positive. And today is just a beautiful sunny day. We had a snowstorm this week. I'm in Connecticut now. I live in Rhode Island and Connecticut. I am in school. I'm graduating in 8 weeks with my doctorate of physical therapy. I am beyond excited. I'm in my last internship right now, and it's really stressful, but I'm learning so much, and I'm just so appreciative for everything that I have and to be where I am. And I was a little nervous about getting my workouts in and staying on track and staying focused, but I've actually use the gym as my release, as my time for myself, and to be good to my body and to make sure that I spend time caring about myself. And I think that when you put the time into your mind and your body, those results reflect not just in your results in the gym, but in every aspect of life. And today, I heard something at the gym and it was about being a role model. And I was like, that was originally why I started school and fitness and everything, to be a role model for my little sister and for like the younger children in my family. And then I realized how many other people that I could influence along the way. And those people who are just struggling, they might not be as happy as they know that they could be, or not reaching results or anything, no matter what it is. And I think that once I found that I could reach other people's lives, and now I'm working with the pediatric population and seeing how much of an influence I can have on them, it's truly incredible. And it takes me back to my why and why I started and why I'm here and why I'm so passionate about what I'm doing. So I just wanted to share my happiness with you guys today, and I hope that some of that will radiate off and you guys can find your place and find your reasoning and find your passion and roll with it, because everybody deserves to feel like this.
So prior to this, I did a little warm-up that I always do, just with the rotator cuff internal and external rotation, with my elbow in neutral and with my elbow at 90 degrees. And then I also do a little band warm-up, just overhead pull aparts, a little rear delt activation, and then just up and around with the band all the way through shoulder extension and back to shoulder flexion. So this was a whole arms. I did shoulders, biceps, and triceps. So I started out just with a little front delt shoulder press. So if you notice that my palms were facing inwards, it really helps to activate more of the front deltoid. And then here, seated, back flat against, really to stabilize your shoulders, to help get no momentum from the upper body. Super lightweight with this, not trying to go heavy at all, just really trying to fatigue, get the front and middle delt activated without swinging or using your upper body at all. Especially for shoulders, I like to train in supersets or trisets and really just fatigue the muscle nice and quickly. Once in a while, I do like to do heavy shoulder presses or dumbbell presses, but I get a really good pump when I go super light, and it feels awesome, and I love just doing burnout fatigue. So here behind the back, really targeting rear delt. So I did one exercise more for front, one for middle, and then one for rear, just to get the full shape of the deltoid, and you really want to target each head specifically to really hone in on what you're trying to achieve, that nice full round, as I like to say, seashell shape. Next exercise here was just skull crushers. So I really fatigued my delts in the first one, and now I'm focusing more on tricep. So really trying not to move the arm from your shoulder to your elbow, keeping that stationary and hinging just at the elbows, coming all the way back behind the forehead. You can't really tell from this. And another thing I really focus on when doing this exercise is pushing your stomach. Think about pushing your belly button down into the bench to really activate your core throughout. So at the beginning, I was just really trying to hold that squeeze down, and then you could see I was moving my legs in and out to get a little bit more core activation, pulling in your transverse abdominis and your oblique muscles to get a multi-muscle movement going. And then here, I'm doing skull crushers with a slow negative, going all the way down to the bench. And sometimes I like to hold this for 2 or 3 seconds at the bottom with the tricep fully stretched and then really pushing up. As you can see, again, I lifted my legs to really help me get that extra little push. Really squeezing my core. When I feel like I start to lose it is when I lift my legs up, and it helps me push my stomach down even further into the bench to really squeeze all those muscles. And this I also did as a tri-set, so I did skull crushers, and then I did the dumbbell skull crushers, and then supersetted with the tricep push down that you saw there. And then last, I did biceps. Nothing beats a good easy bar curl. Really want to make sure you're not moving your upper body too much, though. I think that's super important, and a lot of people swing their body a lot, or you move the upper part of your arm, so like your triceps behind your core and your trunk. You really want to make sure that they're staying right next to your body. And I love these two for triceps. My biceps fatigue super quickly. So just doing these two exercises back to back was like pretty brutal. You can see I'm only using 10 pounds here, and with your upper body in that inclined position, stabilized against the bench, it really helps you to isolate the biceps and get a good, full, nice squeeze and contraction at the top. And I ended that with a little band action. I love incorporating the bands just to get a nice little pump as a finisher at the end of any exercise to really just hit a good burnout. So here I'm doing a chest press with a focus on the tricep. So I'm turning my hands in at the bottom of the motion to really get a little bit more tricep action rather than chest. I've been working on hitting a full range of motion, not going too heavy. I could go a little bit further down here, as you can see. And I do typically push more with my right side than my left side, so I've really been trying to focus on that too and work on the symmetry of my body, which these videos help me so much to realize that as well. And another little shoulder burnout here. I think this was one of the first times I've ever done this, just like one arm rather than a regular dumbbell shoulder press. I'm keeping my hands facing inwards just to hit the muscle in a different way. And I just basically did these to burn out till absolute fatigue. It was pretty rough. As you can see, I hit my shoulders just one more different angle to really burn out in every single plane of motion. And then here, just a little bicep curl finisher. I'm not great about training my biceps, I will be honest about that. I get compliments a lot on my biceps, and I think they get trained more just through training back. But once in a while, I will hit a little bicep workout. I'm really focusing here, if you think about turning your pinky all the way towards the top of your shoulder to get the full contraction of your biceps all the way down, all the way up. And then just burning out again with a different angle, hitting biceps and brachialis, the two parts of your bicep, from different angles with my beautiful faces as I torture myself. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and let me know if you have requests about what you want to see. Thank you.